Hi guys, welcome to day 3 of the journaling challenge. I just wanted to take a little moment for the first time actually telling you, giving you a little writing assignment rather than just including a prompt in the email. So one of the things that I find as we're sort of coping with trauma and trying to heal ourselves and we pull in all these different resources, and maybe we've got a counselor, and we find professionals to help us with some of the nitty gritty of it, and then journaling is a tool in that healing journey as well. But what I've found a lot of times is that as you're healing, so much changes in how you perceive the world, and in how you're feeling and how you're connecting with other people, and even in many ways how our lives are organized, because all of a sudden we're making different choices about what we accept and what we don't accept in our lives, and we act and arrange our lives as we start making changes to our lives as our perception of the world and ourselves changes. So I like to maybe every other month or every 3 months, something like that, I take a moment to just kind of do an emotional status check, right? And I think it's particularly good when you're just getting started, but in general, like I do them from time to time, where I just kind of write down, what's going on, what am I feeling, what are the things that I'm still dealing with, what are things that are bothering me, what things within my relationship do I want to work at, and how am I feeling about that, and obviously, as you do this regularly, I'd go back as well and say, like, where I was 3 months ago, and and write about how I'm feeling with regard to things that I wrote down that time. It's almost like you're giving yourself these markers. Like I said, I go back to them every couple of months and have a look at, okay, so what was going on then, and where was I at, and how was I feeling? And it's interesting because you could see it's really difficult to kind of see your progress as you're going through it, because it's so gradual, and you don't see yourself change until you've changed quite a bit, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my god, I can't, 6 months ago, I couldn't even have imagined being here. Seriously, 6 months ago, I couldn't have imagined sitting here talking to you guys, doing a challenge like this on camera, feeling like I had something to share and something to tell you guys, with a book coming out next week as well. Do you know what I mean? So, it's really nice to see. I mean, that's something huge, and obviously I would have noticed that milestone even if I hadn't journaled about how I was feeling 3 months ago. But it's this way you can notice the more subtle changes and milestones as well. And I think as we're recovering from trauma, a lot of times we need to also build our self-esteem and our confidence up a little bit again, and seeing how you are progressing and how you're booking success with that. It's important, because a lot of times we feel so broken, and it doesn't ever feel like we're fixed. And I think that makes sense, because we're human beings, and the only thing that's going to be constant in our life is the fact that everything's going to be changing, and we're constantly going to be growing and learning and changing. Isn't that lovely how change is the only constant? But I think as a survivor, a lot of times we feel like there's this, there's this point where we can get to, and then once we get there, that's it, we're fixed. Sorry to break the news, but point isn't really coming, I guess. There's always more to learn and there's always more to grow. So it's nice to kind of see how you're doing with that and how successfully you're doing that. And I'm not saying that it's always only positive, because there's also things that just keep coming back and they keep coming up and they keep knocking you down. But seeing how you keep pushing back against those things and you keep fighting those things and you keep trying to change it and looking for different ways to tackle those issues is really cool to see. Keep track of your progress and of your process as well. So what I would really like you to do today is to just take a moment, sit down, and start describing your life as it is just now. And I usually start with really tangible things, because that's the easy part, right? So, what are you doing on a day-to-day basis? How is your relationship with your partner or with your kids or with your pet? Like, it's very funny because we rescued a cat about a year ago, and I've included her in my sort of status updates, and it's really funny because it's allowed me as well to see how this really traumatized little cat has kind of really mellowed out and has become quite a diva. As she's a cat, so she's supposed to be a diva. So it's really funny how you can kind of measure not just your own progress or process, but also that people around you. So start with kind of tangible things, the things that are going on, the things that are happening, the things that you're looking forward to, the things that you are dreading, and why are you dreading those things? What is worrying you? How are you feeling? Are you feeling overwhelmed a lot? Are you feeling stressed a lot? Are you sad a lot, or are you just kind of start checking in with yourself. As you get going, you'll get into the swing of it, and you'll start digging a little bit deeper and getting to grips with that. Keep it in your journal, and then a couple of months down the line, check back in with yourself. Read how you were feeling 3 months ago and start, writing the comparison. Oh, so, okay, so that's changed, but this is still the same, or, that's changed, and on top of that, now this, or, whatever happens in the next 3 months, I suppose. But today, first, check in. So hopefully you'll enjoy that process. And if there's anything you want to share, anything you want to ask, just hit reply and get in touch. I'm an actual real person, as you can tell, and I'd love to hear from you. So feel free. See you tomorrow. Bye.